Hi, my name is Jen. Welcome to my channel, All of My Plants. In today's video, I am not doing any plant chores. I just don't have it in me. So we're going to unbox the light. I'm going to set that up real quick. And then we're just going to look at plants. And we're going to talk about plants. And we're going to contemplate plants and appreciate plants. And maybe be frustrated by plants. Not sure. We'll see what we get into. Also, I know I'm overly festive, maybe a little bit early in the Christmas gear. But I went to, one of my friends had an open house, Christmas open house at her store. So I went and hung out with her and I was being festive. So Vlogmas is coming and I think I'm going to try it again this year. So be prepared to see a lot more Christmas shirts from me. And stick around at the end of the video if you like Christmas lights and Christmas decorations and Christmas trees. Because I made a video, I run through her store every year and make just a quick little video and set some Christmas music to it for her. So I've done that, so stick around for that at the end if you're into that. If you like lights and trees and Christmas decor and whatnot, it's lots of it, lots of it. So I just got mail. This is from Sansi. And Sansi, if you're not familiar with them, they make all different kinds of lights, really, but they also make pretty good quality grow lights. Excellent, in my opinion. I only have the one, it's the Sansi helicopter light is what I call it. That's not what it's actually called. You've probably seen it in several of my videos, but many of my plants are enjoying it. It is very bright. It's like staring at the sun, so I don't know why I keep doing it. But I've never had it burn anybody, I don't think. It's also lived in other places other than just here. I think I've had it for maybe 2 years now. I don't know. But they reached out and they were like, hey, do you want to do a collab? And I was like, yes. Yes, I do. Oh gosh, it's heavy. It's a box in a box. What's this say? Full spectrum 4 gooseneck clip plant grow light. Okay. This got here awful fast. This is really heavy. I don't know how much this weighs, but I'm surprised by the weight of it. Warranty certificate. Product overview. Suitable for indoor plant cultivation scenarios. I guess these are going to be bulbs in these little boxes. Wow, the unit has really got some weight to it. Okay. Alright. Ooh, bubble wrap. Alright. That's enough of that, I suppose. This is really chunky. And it feels like it's the base that has the good weight, so that's good. And these are much longer than I was expecting, so that's also good. You know, a lot of times they give you a little bitty gooseneck, you know? Alright. I guess I gotta get all of these plastic bits off. Okay. Bulbs. Cute. Oh, they're really well vented. Let me show you that. Because they do put off quite a bit of heat. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. That's cool. Okay, let me get these in here. I believe these also come with free lifetime bulb replacement, I believe. I'll put more details down in the comment or in the description or the comments, whatever, if you're interested. And I should also have a discount code for Sansi. Also, it's that time of year, look out, because sometimes they're having, I think right now, or I was on their website yesterday, maybe. I think they were having some like holiday sale, like an early Black Friday or something. So keep an eye out for that too. Save you some money if you're like me and you always need more light. Has anybody seen The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis? More light is ease. Alright, anyway, let's plug it in and see how bright these guys are. I'm pretty excited about it. Oh wow, you can turn the individual lights on. A, B, C, D. I was wondering why they, like if you look at the, where the bulbs go in, the socket, it's lettered A, B, C, and D. I guess you can turn them on and off individually as well. That's kind of cool. Alright, can I reach this plug back here without wiping everything out? My husband calling to see if I want food before we tackle a construction project. Wow, this clamp is hard. It's not that hard. I just have weak hands. I got weak lady hands. Alright. Let's see. Can I reach the plug? That's what I started to do before he called. Oh, and it's not a 3-pronger, so I guess I could plug it into an extension cord if I needed to. It's just 2. Cool. Why can't I reach it? Oh, it's my fan. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty bright, huh? Yeah. Alright. Yep. And what is it? 4, 8, and 12-hour timer. I generally leave mine, use mine anyway, on 12 hours for, like, you know, basically the longest that is available on the timer. So 12 hours. That's cool. Alright, now where am I going to put them? We'll get back to that because my memory card's about full. So this is where I've clipped the light on this shelf back here, because I do have like a light clamped up here, but it still looks pretty dark. Pretty dark. So this is where I put the Sansi quad light, I guess. Is that what you'd call it? I don't know. Let's see. Oh. I'm going to use it on the 12-hour setting. Actually, I have to turn it off for tonight because it's 10 o'clock. But I like it. It's very bright. Like, that's a big difference. Look how dark it looks down here now. And there's, I think, 7 lights on this shelf below. And those lights put those 7 to shame. I need more Sansi lights. I need to go get more. But yeah, I do like them quite a bit. They seem to be doing the job. They do put off some heat, I guess, so I need to make sure that they're not like actually touching the plants. I think we're okay though. I think we're okay. I'll just have to keep an eye on it as plants grow, that they don't, you know, grow into the bulbs, because that wouldn't be great. Hopefully it won't be too much light for my anthuriums over here. I don't think so. It's further away from them than it is the plants that are kind of more to the left here. So I think it'll be alright. I like it. I wonder if I can mount it from the ceiling, like up here, and have it point, you know, that way. Would I whack my head on it all the time? I do have low ceilings. I don't know. I'm going to leave it like that for now. I do know that the Sansi lights are good lights because I have the Sansi helicopter light, and it's not burnt anybody yet, and it is close to some plants. The one that's furthest away from it right now, or I'm sorry, closest to it right now, is probably 8 to 10 inches away. And I think the one that's closest to it here is this Alpina, which is maybe 4 or 5 inches away. The tips of some of those little leaves. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. But I like it. I'm into it. Thank you, Sansi. I feel fairly certain that the timer on my lights is going to go off in about 5 minutes and I'm going to be plunged into darkness. But until then, this plant. I have 2 of this plant. This was a cutting of the original one. Is it in frame still? No, of course. Is it? I can't tell. This one, that's here now, Philodendron Burley Marks variegated. So it's Philodendron Burley Marks variegated, and I know I'm driving some people crazy probably saying Burley Marks, but I think that was his name. I don't think it was Roberto Burl Marks. I think it was Burley Marks. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've never met him. I never had the opportunity. So anyway, this is the plant. Everybody knows what plant I'm talking about, no matter how I pronounce it, right? This one is doing fantastically. It's doing so good. I just repotted it maybe about 3 weeks ago, I think, from a little bitty cup, and we have roots. We have roots coming out of the bottom, right there, just the one so far. I can feel more inside these are these very thin, like nursery pots. I can feel more roots in there already, which is incredible because it came out of a little bitty, it came out of one of these. And there weren't many roots at all that I could see in there, kind of like I can't see many for this tortum now. Oh, that's a lie, there's some in there. We'll get to the tortum in a minute. But anyway, it just exploded with growth since I've moved it from that to this. Maybe it didn't like the soil it was in, I don't know. The variegation on this one is pretty good though. I think I have one shoot that's growing all green here. I say shoot because this plant is, it's chaos the way that they grow. They shoot out so many growth points in every direction. I really feel like at some point this might be reclassified as something else. I've just never seen any other philodendron that really does that. That particular kind of growth pattern. I don't know. I don't know. But I like it. Now this one back here, looking pretty terrible. This is the mother plant of that plant. And it's the most unimpressive thing, I'm aware. But here's that growth I was talking about if you're not familiar with it. It just shoots off little growth points everywhere. It's the most chaotic plant. And you'll notice a lot of it is chopped off. It looks half naked. It's because a lot of them were green. So I will cut it all the way back to the stem, like the whole growth point, the whole piece if it's all green. Because the point of having this plant is having variegation. I do like this kind of green, though. It's green on green with some yellow. We are so backlit. This is not even funny. I wonder, can I move you somewhere a little bit more appropriate? Hang on, come with me. Maybe the lighting is slightly better here. But yes, what leaf is it? This one. Oh, this one has it too. It's kind of green on green with some yellow as well. There we go. And then this one. And maybe it's just because they're older leaves, but I don't know, I do like that particular kind of variegation. So yeah, this plant's just been chopped. It's been root rotted. I root rotted it was it last winter or the winter before? I'm pretty sure it was last winter. I have plants kind of up and down my stairs, like outside this room. And it's a cooler, draftier area of my house. And this plant was in a much larger pot. Yeah, it was last winter because I left it sitting in just a jug of water for 6 months, for a very long time. And then I finally potted it back up. But yeah, it's been through something. It's a tough plant, it really is. The little Hoya Wilbur Graves that we just cut, we've got new growth, but whether or not it's silvery, I can't tell yet. I cannot tell. They're the tiniest little leaves that are coming off there. But I'm excited to see. I think the other one, the other pot, wherever that is, does that have new growth? Yeah, so there's 2 cuttings in this one. Both are showing new growth. And then this was just 1 cutting, but it does have new growth down there. And it does look like it might be silvery. Might be. I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's kind of sun-stressed. But I'm going to say that that's coming in silvery. Well, purple, but I think there's silver under there. I don't know. Either way, yay for new growth. There's a chance. Can you still see? I mean, the Sansi helicopter light's still on that one there. I don't have it on a timer. The tortum, because I did mention it. This is his new leaf. It's got a little new leaf right there. So good. So cute. It's actually doing really well. I didn't think it had any roots coming in, because I think I just up-potted it to this probably a couple months ago, actually. Am I lying? No, I did. But it's got some new growth down in there, some roots going on. And it's kind of to the point where I'm watering it a lot again. But that's really the only roots I see. Oh no, I guess I see a few finer ones here and there in there. I don't know. I'm going to leave it a bit longer. I think I just watered everything Wednesday. Today is Friday. And I had to, like, grab probably about 30 plants today and, like, throw them in the shower and just hose them down because they were that dry already. The heat's been on. It's been cold here. And yeah, so he just sits in this little pot and looks cute. And I really hope it grows. This is the best it's done. This one has, I think at first it had cold damage. Then I started rehabbing it. Then it had root rot. Then I started rehabbing it. And this is as far as we've gotten. But yay. This ridiculous thing is Alocasia Syrian. And it looks terrible. It has some sort of spider mite. I think I might have mentioned it last video, I'm not sure. It had the fastest spider mites I've ever seen. They were so fast that I wasn't even sure it was spider mites, because generally predator fast. But these suckers were running. So I pulled out the microscope and I was like, okay, what are you? It's a spider mite of some sort. It was definitely doing damage. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see. It was only this leaf, not the leaves on the other 2, or the other 2 leaves on the other plant. They're fine. It was just this one. But they were, I'm not really familiar with this particular type of spider mite. Like I said, very fast, mostly like a white, kind of translucent, semi-translucent white mite, with like a darker brown or orangish band kind of across the center of its body, like sideways, not long ways. I don't know. It was bizarre. There were so many of them, and they were fast, and they were big enough to easily see with the naked eye. But I just wanted to get a better look at them. So if you're familiar with that kind of mite, it's a nightmare. I sprayed this and sprayed, like, they just laughed at the Captain Jacks. They did. Like 6 hours later, I saw another one. I was like, where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? I'm using currently to fight this type of mite, or, well, this is the only plant I've seen it on, but I have seen other regular spider mites on some of the other Alocasia, of course. But I've been using a mix of alcohol, neem oil, and tea tree oil. and it seems to be working a lot better. Since I sprayed this with that, I haven't seen it again. I'm going to remove this leaf. I know I'm not worried that I'm stretching it all over the place, because it's, you know, it's had a rough life. But it's got a new one coming, if I can just keep the spider mites from having a party on it. So, and I have 2 of these. The other one is in leca. This one's still in soil. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. The poor thing. If I could just keep spider mites off of it. Just this leaf over and over. And fast. This Epishka, I can't remember which particular type it was. But I just repotted it, once again, out of one of those, a pot about, you know, a little bitty pot. And this looked kind of big to me when I put it in here. It wasn't even a month ago. It couldn't have been a month ago. Could it? I'm going to say it was less than a month. My voice is trying to leave. I've been talking a lot today. But I really love how dark this is. And then the pink. The pink. I don't know. It's just, it's very pretty with its little helicopter plants. It's helicopter babies. Isn't they cute? It's very pretty though. Very pretty indeed. I'm just shocked that it grew so fast, like so suddenly. It's definitely making its own little friends in there. I just watered this one Wednesday too, and it's dry. It's dry. Everything. Ugh, so much watering. But anyway, I love this. It's beautiful. I just watered this one too, I swear. This plant at No Grow, Hoya, I always want to say Hoya Sagittarius. It's like Cipitangensis or something like that, maybe? Does that sound right? But it's a riot of color. I love the way it sun stresses. I hate the way it No Grow. It looks like one of these vines is trying to grow. There's a tiny little ridiculous leaf there. I don't know if you can see it up against my palm. It No Grow. I just repotted it. There's nothing wrong with the roots. Once, you know, I had the microscope out to look at the other plant anyway. I did pull out some Hoyas and check them out. I see no mites. You know, I don't know. I don't want. Why it No Grow? Why it No Grow? Am I giving it too much light? Not enough light? More water? Definitely needs more water. But yeah, but it's so pretty. Like the color on that. Oh, the way it sun stresses. Look at all that color. That's gorgeous. With the little splashing too. Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty. But she No Grow. This is Homelamina Selby, I believe. Or it was. It was beautiful. And you're probably looking at it thinking, it's thirsty, give it some water. No, that's the problem. Self-watering pot. I gave it too much water. I'm pretty sure it has root rot, but I'm not pulling this out tonight. I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. But yeah, I think I've just ruined the roots. How do you rehab this? I think I'm gonna try it in water, but if that's a terrible idea, somebody tell me in the comments before I doom this plant for all of eternity. Yeah, I haven't even had it that long. Is this Costa Farms? Live Trends? I don't know who Live Trends is. You have led me astray. Self-watering pot, I thought that meant I should put enough water in the pot for the plant to suck up, and I've all but killed it. It might be dead. I don't know. I'm going to try with it, but just not tonight. Not tonight. It didn't look this bad yesterday. Today, while I was gone, I guess it just kind of, you know, decided it was going to faint exceptionally dramatically. I just don't think it has any roots left. I don't think it does. I'm sad about it. This little Hoya here, I love this Hoya. I got it from Miles in a trade this spring, and it's great. It's great. Like, it has grown so much. Hoya clandestina, which it was in a little teeny pot. Oh, yep, we have roots. Can you see them? I just repotted it in here not too long ago, and everything needs water. Everything's so dry. But anyway, like this plant has grown so quickly. I haven't really tried to sun stress it. Does anyone know? Does this one sun stress nicely? I think it looks good just the way it is. I don't think it needs to be sun stressed to look nice. But it's been a good and steady grower. It really has. It really has. I haven't had any problem with it like dropping or aborting leaves. You know, sometimes when your Hoyas get a little thirsty, instead of spitting out a new leaf, like this one's definitely thirsty, that is dry. I don't have that issue with this one. The only time it drops leaves is like if I knock them when they're still small, which I do, unfortunately, knock my plants around quite a bit. You know, I'm not trying to, it's just part of having them near me because I'm a train wreck. But it's so pretty. I just had to like compliment this plant on its beauty because it's gorgeous. Never gives me any trouble, even when it's thirsty. Like I can feel that it's thirsty right now, but it's not suffering at all. It's still even standing perky. Proud and perky. I'm going to set it aside for water. Another Hoya that's not so great. Sarawak, it's supposed to be. Borneo. It's never happy. It grew 4 leaves in the past, I'm going to say 3 years. That's all it's grown, ever. I had 2 pots of this, and they each had 3 or 4 cuttings. This one has 3. It's definitely tried to grow some, but I'm suspecting that root mealies are a thing, for one, because it's been in here that whole time, and it also came from, this is before I even really knew what root mealies were in pawn anyway, and I didn't even pay any attention because I didn't realize that they'd get in pawn. But I just took it straight out of pawn. There's still pawn on the roots, I'm sure, in here, because I just took it out and plunked it in there because it wasn't growing. It's still not growing. I don't know. And we're losing leaves like crazy now. But once again, if you look at this thing with a microscope, you don't find anything. So I assume the problem's in the pot. I've had pretty good luck taking things out of pawn and putting them into soil and treating them with systemics. I did not treat this one with systemics. I just repotted it when I first got it because I didn't really grow anything in semi-hydro at the time. So I don't know. I think I'm going to have to repot it in the future. It's trying to grow. It is trying. Can you see it? Yeah, right there and down in here. But I don't expect much out of those, if you can see them. I don't expect much out of those. But yeah, these were the 2 of the new leaves here where that new growth is coming in. And then there was this one here on this vine, and then this one here on a different vine. This is down to 1 leaf now. That's a different cutting. It's down to 1 leaf. Looks like hell. I don't know. I think I'm gonna chop it up and pot it up into some systemics and soil. I'm not gonna do pawn, I don't think, or semi-hydro, because it's always thirsty. It's always thin. It's always curly. Even the new leaves that it did manage to grow, they don't look great. They look better than the old leaves, but yeah, this plant has been a huge disappointment to me. Sounds terrible. It's probably my own fault, like I said, because I just didn't pay any attention to the roots. I didn't even think to look for root mealies at that time in my plant journey. It's not something I've been super familiar with or really seen before this year, really. Maybe last year. But yeah, I don't know. This is Hippastrum. Yep, Hippastrum reticulata varstriata folium. It's a mouthful. But I bought this, I want to say it was this spring. Is that right? There was 2. The other one is no longer with us. This one stayed inside. The other one went out to the greenhouse and probably just got lost in the fray. This is actually quite thirsty right now too. Everything's so thirsty. I'm sorry I'm showing you thirsty plants. But this The one in the greenhouse didn't do anything. It just died. I don't know if it was the heat or what, but it's kind of like an amaryllis type. It's similar from what I gather, but it ain't doing nothing. I think it grew one leaf. This one. That's probably it. I don't know. I still think it's kind of pretty. It's unusual. And like I said, it just looks like some sort of orchid to me, like a Phalaenopsis type with a stripe. I don't know. I thought it looked nice, and I thought, wow, if it flowers, that'll be awesome. It's not going to flower, is it? Not in my care. I've made it angry. I don't know. Maybe I should actually Google it and see what this plant wants. Does it like it warmer, cooler? Does it need a chill at night to flower? I don't know. I don't know. Does it like a lot more water than I wait until it's dry and then I water it. Kind of like I would, you know, an orchid. Maybe that's not the way to go. Maybe, I don't know. But it's still, this one's still alive. It's pretty. I really like it. I do. Not that you could tell as thirsty as it is. Everything's so thirsty. I've just been quite busy lately, so I've struggled a bit. What is that? Sorry, I thought I saw scale, but no, it's just I've damaged a leaf and left a scar. So the Syngonium 3 Kings that I had, I've chopped it all to bits, all to pieces, and it's rooting okay, I guess, in there. It was a couple vines in water, but they just weren't doing anything. They were in, let's see, when I got them, they were in leca, in a jar, in leca. And they just weren't doing anything in that either, so I took them out of that and I put them into Pawn, I believe. I know I took them out of Pawn. But, and they still just, they no grow. And you know me, I'm impatient after a while, or if you don't know me, I'm impatient with plants after a while. I'm like, okay, you've got to make a move or I'm going to chop you. So I chopped it. And we'll see. We did have some casualties, some older leaves there that have died off, but I do see roots, so I'm happy about that. I'm looking, is there any newer growth? I don't know, I can't tell if anything's new. I see a couple younger leaves down there, but I don't think that they've grown since it's been in here. I don't know. Wish me luck with that, because I really do like this. Did I say Syngonium 3 Kings? Or I guess that's what it is. If it's not, I really couldn't begin to guess what it is, if that's not it. But, yeah, I really do like it when it do a grow. I saw one a few weeks ago. I saw one when I was in North Carolina, and the leaves on it were so much larger. So much larger. And all I can figure is this plant, it's just, it wasn't healthy. I guess the roots weren't healthy. They didn't look awesome when I pulled them out of the pond to check them. So maybe regrowing new ones and getting it going again. I'll probably put it back in pond, but I don't know. Maybe the roots were just compromised. So hopefully I'll get this thing back on track, because I really do, I love Syngonium. I do. I struggle with some of them. This one has kind of been a pain in the butt. But maybe that's just this particular specimen of this particular Syngonium. Maybe. I don't know. I never, ever talk about the fact that I own cactus and succulents. I don't know why. I think it's because they just never need anything from me. This is some type of variegated wisteria. And it's gone crazy. I didn't know they got that big. Apparently they get even bigger than that. But it's a good plant. A good plant. I've had it for years. Can you see the little variegated baby down in there? It's made a lot of pups, actually. This started in one of those little 2-inch pots, maybe, and it was maybe that big, just one of them, that big. It's been years, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot going on in there. A lot of babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other side. That's a lot going on in there. It's a lot going on in there. Not all of them are variegated though. Oh yeah, maybe they are. Just some of them have more than others. I don't know. Either way, I picked this plant up because I was walking by. I was going, wow, that's cool looking. You know, it was a little bitty. Wow, that's cool looking. It's variegated. It's so cool. It's so cool. I don't know why I never talk about them. I think it's because, like I said, they just don't need anything from me. They just sit there and kind of look good. Most of the time, they just look good. You don't have to do anything with them. I can just appreciate them. I really love it. All of my cactus and succulents are in the same thing that the majority of my plants are planted in. It might have a little bit more perlite in it or something. I used to buy cactus and succulent mix. I don't anymore. I don't anymore. And I think the only thing I've really killed are like lithops. Everybody kills lithops. No, maybe not everybody, but I do, so I don't buy them anymore. I think they're cool little butt cheek plants. They're so cute. I just can't keep them alive. Paraiso Verde. Paraiso Verde. I have, this came from that plant. On a pole downstairs, the plant that this came from, Philodendron Paraiso Verde, and that thing is so green, there's not a bit of mottling or variegation or anything on that. It is the greenest of green. This one, it's never been outside. It has never been outside. I cut it. It grew from a cutting from that plant up here in the air conditioning all summer. And it's got lovely variegation. It does exactly what I would expect Philodendron Paraiso Verde to do. It's really sticky, but I'm trying to show you the back. It's like, it's kind of got the marking on the back too. Now this is the newest leaf, and it's kind of hard to tell what that's going to look like. Looking through it, like from behind with the light over here in front of it, I can see the variegation. But yeah, go figure. Everybody says, oh, it's heat, oh, it's light. Is it though? Is it? I disagree. I disagree, because the plant that's downstairs was out in the greenhouse. It would get up to 117 degrees in there. I put that plant in full sun. Full sun. Well, for at least a portion of the day. I'm not saying I left it to roast in full sun all day. I definitely did not. But yeah, there's no variegation on the leaves that grew on that over the summer. None. They're just green. But this one that's been inside and sheltered, variegated. Go figure. I don't get it. I'm not putting it outside though. I'm not going to put it outside next year. Yeah. I'm at a loss for, you know, why this one decided to do well. Oh, there were several other cuttings too that were also grown in here from that same plant. I chopped the whole thing up. And they didn't do anything. None of them did anything. I say the whole thing. It's probably on that pole 3 or 4. They were all the same, and I just picked a random one, and I chopped the whole thing up. But anyway, they all came from the same plant originally, because I got a plant about this size. It's a fast grower. It really is. But it's also fast to just be green, which is not impressive to me at all. At all. I don't know. I like the Paraiso Verde, but to have just a plain green plant in my home that grows very quickly and has extremely long petioles, I don't have room for that. I don't have room for that. Not when this is what I was looking for, was, you know, the mottling and the variegation. So, I don't know. I reckon those are the plants I've been staring at lately. I don't know, I've been staring at a lot of them lately. But I guess I need to skedaddle and go water so I can go to bed. But yeah, I guess be prepared for a lot more planty content, because like I said, I think I'm going to try to do Vlogmas again this year. I think I made it 22, 23 days through last December. So we'll see how I do this year. I'm going to try. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.
Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when 'tis cold and drear. Oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, much pleasure thou canst give me. Oh Christmas tree, much pleasure thou canst give me. How often have
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, much pleasure thou canst give me. Oh Christmas tree, thy candle shines so brightly. Oh Christmas tree,